Hey, you beautiful bunch. I'm Teacher Jess, and welcome back to Geo Cafe. I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so in the last few videos, I was playing around. Hello, welcome. So in the last few videos, I was messing around with Minecraft a little bit, and I wanted to see if it's a game that I could work with. And I figured, yes, you know what, I can work with that. So I've gone ahead and I bought it, and since then I have played the game a little bit, so I'm not completely clueless anymore. And I wanted to actually try and use it for a lesson today. So what I thought we'd take a look at is map work, specifically contour lines. And I think this will be a nice starting point for me to figure out how to use the game for education. So we're first going to take a look at contour lines with Minecraft, and then we will go into it as a map work concept separately. There we go. So I've joined, what is it? The creative mode. There we go. So I went into the creative mode and I just found this world that I have figured out how to do the whole flying thing. So that's quite cool. Now at least I can look at the landscape from more of an aerial point of view. Um, can anyone tell me what is that? It looks like a type of, I don't know, gateway or something. It looks cool, but that's besides the point. If if anyone can let me know what the little like portal shape thing is, that I'd be interested. Okay, so the reason why I chose this area specifically is because of this nice desert type landscape over here. And I feel like over here you can see the blocks quite clearly with the light sand and then obviously the shadows that is casting so we can see the different layers really clearly. And that is a good example of contour lines. So contour lines are lines that we draw on a map to see the shape of the landscape. So let's just, can we land over here somewhere? Um, let's land. How do I do this again? Oh no, that's jump. Um, wait, I'm trying to land. How do I do this again? Oh no. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'll figure it out as I go. Some things I haven't mastered yet. So the basic concept of Minecraft is obviously that everything is made of these blocks, which means that which means that when you have a landscape, what is those things? This looks like bunnies or something. Anyway, when you have a landscape or you're trying to create hills, you need to do it one layer or one block at a time. And that's basically also how contour lines work. So each one of these blocks, each one of these layers represents certain height. So if we go over here and jump up, we have increased in height by one block. If we move forward, jump up again, we've increased in height again. And if we continue to just follow this path all the way around, this probably wasn't the best path. Let's go this way. There. If we follow this path all the way around, we're on the same height. So the same elevation, the same altitude. Okay, and that's another rule of contour lines. Contour lines, if you follow a contour line all the way around a hill or a slope, your elevation, your altitude doesn't change. So if pretty sure they have an altitude system in the game. I just don't know how it works. Wait, how do I fly again? There we go. Oh, no, I went to, come on. There we go. I'm slowly figuring it out. So let's start by the ocean. And let's say that the ocean is 0. So these blocks over here connecting to the water is zero height, which means that this first block over here, this layer, if you can kind of see where the cross is height 1. And that one is height 2 and height 3, which also means that if we go to this side, this is also height 2 and height 3. So everything following this line is the same height. Okay, now the nice thing about contour lines is they don't just show you the height of something, they can also show you the shape. So if we notice, some of these blocks or these lines that the steps form have a different distance from each other. So that line to that line is quite far. So let's move to here. Yeah, this is a nice example. So if we go from that step to that step and more to there, we can see it has these big gaps. And what that means, can we land? There we go. Is that it's a very gentle, slow increasing slope. See, there it goes up. And we have to go very, very far before it goes up again. There we go, it goes up again. And we have to go really, really far. And then it goes up again. And another long distance and it goes up again. Okay, come on, up. So when we see these really big gaps between contour lines, like that line, that line, that line, it means that the slope is very gentle. If we see very small gaps between the lines, so let's see if we can find a nice example. I must say that this creative mode thing is really nice. You know, at least, you know, the flying feature. It's nice to see it all from a top view. Okay, let's go here. Here is fine. Okay, so if we look at these lines, we can see that they're really close together. They're basically one block apart from each other. So they're very close together before they go up some more. And in this case, you almost have like two on top of each other. They're basically touching. In contour lines on maps, you won't see contour lines touching. Or actually, they might if it's a cliff or a waterfall or something, but they'll never cross. So they'll never go in opposite directions. So where these contour lines are really, really close together, it means that it's climbing up quickly and it is steep. I hope this is making sense so far. Hopefully. Okay, now understanding landscape with contour lines actually takes a little bit of logic. Now, I don't know if I can do a real bird's eye view. How far up can this person go? Sorry, a second. I hope this is making sense so far. So I'm gonna move here because we have this little bay. I don't know if this is supposed to be a no, this can't be a river. It looks like it's the ocean. Okay, this little bay, this will work. And a nice little valley of some type. Is this supposed to be a valley? I think so. Yes, it looks like a valley. Okay. Now, when you're looking at contour lines, on a map, you can't just do a side view. You can't just move the whole map like this and see, oh yeah, there's the hill over there, and there's a valley over there, And it's not this easy to manipulate. Okay, let me use a sip of coffee. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's not this easy to manipulate. You need to apply a little bit of critical thinking to understand what kind of landscape you're looking at. So we know that if the lines are far apart, it's a gentle slope. We know that if they are close together, it's a steep slope. Now, the other thing to know about contour lines is that they usually complete loops, at least at the top. So you see over here, okay, you can't really see it, but let's look at where are these horses. These two horses are standing. You can see that this is the top of the hill, right? So let's move this way. Let's turn around, look at it from other perspective. There we go. You can see that's the top of the hill. You've got this little round circular thing. You will also see that on maps. So when I do show you guys some proper maps, you'll see what I mean. But you'll see these circular things on maps. And they'll often have a number written on the line, so you know how high up that contour line is. And if we see these round circle things, we can tell that that is the top of the hill. Just like when we were looking at this, we can tell that this is the top of the hill. Can we hop back down? Let's land this plane. Okay, can we land, please? There we go. Whee! Boop. There we go. Superhero landing. There. So there's the circular thing that goes all the way around, and that is the very top of the hill. Now, students might sometimes ask me if uh, if I am asking them for the height or the altitude of an object. Let's place something. Let's see if we can do a question. Um, in this creative mode, I can randomly put stuff down, I think. So let's place something over here, right? Sure. Oh no, it's nighttime. Does anyone know, is there a way that I can set it to just go back to day? Or is there a way that I can change the view? Um, I don't know, to just always be in day mode? Or is there at least a way that I can skip night mode? You guys are welcome to make any suggestions if you can think of tips for the future. Oopsie. Huh. Okay, I'm not sure. Well, let's build a beacon of some type over here. Oh, okay. Sorry, I haven't used creative mode like this before, so I'm not quite sure how this all works. Oh, I like these different colors. Let's maybe use the different colors as our beacons. Ah, need a sip of coffee. Okay, let's maybe start with, is this wool? Oh, sure, let's start with red wool. Wait, how do I put it in my, oh, there. Yay, new recipe unlocked. Fantastic. Can I just use normal blocks? Are there blocks that are different colors? They're not this bright. No, I won't be able to. I'm looking for something that I can kind of build with. Oh, that just randomly places it there. No, man, I want to. Let's see. Oh, okay, good. It does work. It does work. Let's put in a couple more. Oh, a nice, obvious dot from the sky. Okay, now let's put put another one down somewhere else. Let's put one, let's say over here. Oh, how about over here? Yes. Whee! Boop. Wait, would it work if I built a bed and then sorry, I'm just gonna try that quickly. I know if you build a bed, then it like makes a spawn point, but it also quickly jumps to daytime. Sorry, a spawn point, respawn point. Anyone know where would it be? Here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. It's going to sleep. Is it going to restart? Oh, fantastic. Oh, yay. Look how clever we are. Okay, back to game. Yes, thank you. Can I? There we go. No, put the sand back. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's find a place for our third block. Where should we put our third block? So we've got an orange one there, a red one there, and we need one more. I think it's, what is this color called? Magenta? I'm just going to go with purple. We'll see now when I put the block down what it's supposed to be called. Okay, let's put it here where these little bunnies are. I don't know. Are these bunnies? No, no, no. I want to see if I can find something that looks like it's in a valley. Although I don't think I'll have any luck. Whoa, what is this? Is this like, oh, that's so cool. It's a waterfall. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm distracted. Actually, let's put it here. Yes, this is a nice place. I will explain in a minute. Okay, wee, boop. Hop, hop. Do they say what it's called? It is magenta. Okay, I've learned a thing. Wait, am I standing on the edge? I don't know if I want it on the very edge. Let's put it here. Just so it's more obvious that it's in the middle. Okay. Hello. There we go. Oh, I'm always too hasty with the fly function. Fly. Okay, so now I want to identify the altitude or the height of each of those three blocks. Oh, I did it again. Slow, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Let's just fly at the same time. Whee! So we started with the red block. Here's the red block. And let's say that let's just call it all meters for the sake of units. Okay. So if this line by the water is 0, so it's 0 meters above sea level, 0 meters in altitude. And I think we can safely say that each block is a meter. Let's just go with that. So if I follow, that means that this is 1 meter in altitude. See that, right? All along here. And the next one up there is 2 meters. Next one up is 3. And then 4. Here we go. So our red block is at 4 meters elevation. Now, I know that some of my students might be a little bit thrown off by, let me just move over this. Because these two are so close together, they wouldn't be able to tell if it's 1 or 2 lines. So if we go back, just so we can see it again. So if this is 0, that is 1, that is 2, and they might miss this. Actually, sorry. They might say that's 1, and they would jump up that line and call it 2. Because if we zoom in, so let's land here, where these 2 blocks are stacked over each other, there and there. Can you see it? There. It's just 2 blocks high. Sometimes contour lines are so close together that we can't actually see if it's 1 or 2. And in this case, they're directly over each other. So what we need to do is just look around the landscape a little bit. That's why I went to over here, there, where I can clearly see the spaces between the lines. And that's where you count. Okay, so the red block is at 4 meters. Let's go to the orange block. What is the orange block called? Do that? Oh, it's yellow. Okay, yellow. Yellow terracotta. Terracotta is a type of clay, isn't it? I think. I'm actually not sure. Okay. Now, I could start counting from that side. Why am I holding a bed? There we go. I want to start counting from this side. There we go. Assuming that we didn't have the water on that side, I want to see how we handle a hill. So going up the hill and then back down again. Ugh, sorry. I'm pushing buttons. No. Hello? There we go. So I'm just trying to find a good point of view. Yes. So if you look here, you see that this block is on the other side of this hill. You kind of see the blocks going down again. There we go. You can see the blocks going down. Now we're going to assume that we can't see the ocean on the other side. So we're going to start counting from here. We know that the water is 0. Let's just get a nice clearer point of view. There we go. So this is 0. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, some of my students at 6, right at the top, would keep counting. So let's go back. There we go. They would see that line over there, and they would keep counting. 7, 8, 9. But they wouldn't realize that this is the top of a hill. So let's backtrack again. Oops. It would have been nicer if we could see this hill more clearly. Ah, there we go. Now you can see it. See, that's the top of a hill. So let's count up again, bearing in mind that we have the top of the hill. Ugh, I think this would be easiest if we just land. Whee, boop. And then we count by jumping. So we're jumping up. So we're starting at 0, and we're jumping up 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4, 5, and here we're at the top. So this is the top of the hill, 6. And we can tell it's the top of the hill because 1, there's no more steps going up. but it's also a circle. You see, it's a, or not a circle, a loop. It's a loop that goes all the way around and then back down again. So hops back down to 5 and 4. There we go, which means that the yellow terracotta block is also at 4 meters elevation. That was not on purpose, that was just coincidence. Which means that if we follow this line, it might actually join with the red one. So if we follow there, there, oh yeah, there you see that it goes through here, right? And then going around there, and there it lines up with the red one at 4 meters. Okay, and now let's get to our last block, the magenta block. Is the sun setting already? Oh, that happened quickly. Okay, flying all the way to our magenta block. I think we should just grab the bed quickly and go sleep, and then restart the last one in the morning. Okay, need the bed. Can the character go to sleep already, or does it have to be nighttime? I'm not sure. Okay, you can only sleep at night. Okay, let's wait for the sun to set. Have some coffee in the meantime. Okay, is it nighttime? Yes, great. There we go. Don't know why I keep digging a hole and removing the bed. Actually, doesn't make any sense for me to do that. Okay, so the reason why I chose that location is because the contour lines go down again before they come back up. And now this is where my students will sometimes ask me, how can I tell when it's going, when the interval is increasing or when it's decreasing? And sometimes the simple answer is just look at the landscape. You can also look at the way that the numbers are written and that kind of stuff, but the simplest is just look at the landscape. So we know that the water will be the lowest point. We know that this is 0. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now from here, we need to be counting down again. So how do we know that we need to be counting down? Well, we have a valley over there. We have a body of water with some type of a waterfall or dam that's in a valley. You'll only find a river or a waterfall or I'm trying to think of another feature right now, coastline in a valley. So you know that the landscape will be going downwards towards the water. So that's how we know that all of this is in a lower area than the two sides. So that's why we're going to be counting down a bit and then counting up. How do we know to start counting up again? The same way that we know we're at the top of the hill. That's how we're also at the bottom of the valley. There's a circle or a complete loop. Now, I think this will be easier if we jump it again. If we go hop, hop. Okay, let's land. Boop. Great. I think it was that way. I've actually lost track which direction to go. So we're at 0, 1. Oh, okay, right. And it goes back down again. I shouldn't have started counting just yet. There we go. Now I'll start counting. 1. And 2, 3. Where is it? I think it's here. 3, 4. Now this is where you can see, we know that that river, that dam was over there. And this, you can actually see there's a break from there to there. So it means that there's been a change in direction. What was it? 3, right? I think it was 3. Okay. I think. I hope it was 3. 2, 1. Oh dear, we're going into negatives. I didn't think that part through. Okay, okay, fine. Let's go into negatives. 1, 0, minus 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Here we can see we're at the bottom because there's a closed loop all the way around. Minus 4, and then we're up to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and 2. Okay, sorry about the negatives. I didn't expect that to happen. So the magenta wool block is at 2 meters elevation. Okay, I hope that this has been helpful. I hope this has helped with the visualizing a little bit, because I think this is where my students tend to struggle. They struggle to take the 2D lines on a map and imagine it as 3D elevation. Okay. So the concept of contour lines. Hopefully at this point you already have a general idea of what contour lines are supposed to do. So contour lines show us the elevation of the landscape, but also the shape of the landscape. It shows us where the hills are, where the mountains are, how steep something is. We can get to gradient another time. We won't do that now. Maybe. See how the time looks. The landscape, and we can also recognize different types of features. Yeah, let's just go into it. Hello. There we go. So you can kind of see now what I mean by Minecraft was a good representation of contour lines. So contour lines just mark an area of that height. So we saw something like this along that beach where it was 1 step and 2 step, and here we've got like 3 little random blocks over there, and then another step and another step, and then it gets to a peak. And here you can see what I mean by you have this closed loop at the top of a hill or a mountain. But you can also see what I mean by you have these numbers. Okay, right. So contour lines can show us the different types of a landscape. They can show us the shape of a hill or a mountain or a valley. And hopefully after doing the Minecraft demo version, we can see how this is shaped. So we can see that this is all one height over here, and where these contour lines are really close together, it's increasing very steeply, rapidly. So it increases with a steep slope over there. We can see that this is the top, that's the highest point, that's over there. We can see another loop over here, so that means that there's another peak. Sorry, I don't know what that was. There's another peak over here. We can see similar, so you can imagine this again in Minecraft. If each one of these lines is the block, it's increasing 1 block at a time, and it gets to the peak. See, increasing 1 block at a time, and you can usually see the little valley or low part that you can run through because you're playing the game. Okay, so when we're actually using contour lines in the map, we don't want to use so many contour lines that the map looks completely cluttered. So that is where we need to consider the interval of each contour line. So when we were in the Minecraft version, I was saying that each interval, each jump, or each block was 1 meter. we can say that that gap is more or less if each jump is 100 meters, each block is 100 meters. So, um, sorry, something lagged strangely over there. Okay, so if each jump is 100 meters, means that each interval increases by 100 meters. And what type of interval you use usually depends on the landscape. But as a rule of thumb, it's usually about 20-meter intervals. Over here, we can see this 20 meters. Or is this 120? Yes, it is. Here they've marked the height of this line, this contour line. It's 1,200. I'm assuming it's meters. Here they've marked this one 1,300. They could write the value on each line, but then it'll get very cluttered. So we can just think about it. We are jumping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it went up by 100 in total, and we jumped up 5 times. So that means that each jump was 20 meters. So we went from 1,200, 1,220, 1,240, 1,260, 1,280, and 1,300. Everything good so far, I hope. Okay. This was just an example of how different intervals look. So it depends on the type of landscape. If we have a 20-meter interval over here, that wouldn't have worked over here because this section of the map doesn't actually cover a 20-meter increase. So we needed to use a 2-meter interval where each step up is only 2 meters. Well, thank you very much for joining. I hope that you learned something interesting, maybe had a few questions answered. Otherwise, I hope you have a lovely day and I'll see you again next time. Cheers. Bye.